That was probably the best introduction I've ever heard ever. So I hope you recorded that. You can play it like every morning that I'm having like a bad early morning or a bad sleep. So awesome, guys. Well, good turnout today. It's a lot nicer in here than it is outside. So happy to be able to share the next couple hours with you guys. I do like to make my presentations as interactive as possible. So you guys are able to do shout outs during it, questions, whatever you guys like. Okay, so I am excited to give you guys our market update. And James always gives me the eye after like 9 minutes because I always like to go over. So you guys might have to put your hand up when I start to. I think he's probably putting his timer on right now. So we'll get started. So we've had an interesting year this year, haven't we? 2019. A lot of things have been going on, a lot of changes. You guys know that we're known for overbuilding properties, having a lot of inventory. How about the good news about UCP fighting for the pipeline? Who's looking forward to that when that finally gets accomplished? Probably a lot of us. Buying a new home, CMHC. Who's heard of CMHC helping out when it comes to first-time home buyers? Have you guys heard about that too? What about this one? This is a recent one. I'll be surprised if you guys seen this one. We actually apparently are seen as a larger money laundering province than our friends in British Columbia. That is unbelievable. Could you guys believe that? Yes. I couldn't believe that when I saw that. You couldn't, sir? You seriously? Yes. No kidding, hey? All right. Well, some good positives that we have. Employment rate. So looking at the last year of employment, we are increasing by 34,700 or 700 positions. My mind's always in dollars, which is huge. So $34,700 positions. Why is that good? Who's seen the RAIN model of what affects real estate? So an increase in jobs usually brings an increase in population, which usually brings an increase in rental demand. And then what ends up happening to vacancies, they start to decrease. And then rental prices start to go up, and then housing prices usually after that, usually about 18 months afterwards, start to get affected as well. So when you guys own real estate and are looking to get back into the hot market, that's what triggers the full cycle. What else is going on? Well, let's look at April. Let's look at April's stats. So single family detached, just so you guys know, YOY is year over year, DOM is days on market. Year over year, single family detached, not really seeing a huge difference comparatively to April 2018. Condos not a big difference in regards to days on market from last year, but we are noticing a big drop in condo value. But I think anybody knows that already, just for the sheer amount of inventory that we have. So if you likely would have bought a condo in the last 10 years, you might be taking a bit of a haircut. And I always steal that from Barry, because he uses that word haircut when you're losing out on prices. Where's Barry? I'll go here. Somewhere, anyways. But that's some changes that we're seeing in the market. Duplex and row houses, we're seeing an increase of 11 days on market. Again, these are all stats that we want to be aware of, especially when it comes to real estate investing and what type of investments we want to look at purchasing. Okay, what else is going on? Can you guys read this okay? Yes, no, kind of? So what are we noticing in the spring market right now? Are we noticing an increase in inventory altogether? Definitely. Buyers have more options. Properties are sitting a little bit longer, and we're noticing more buyer activity. That's pretty much what this says in short, which is pretty much consistent amongst our seasonal market cycle that we see here in Edmonton. So we have lots of choices. Buyers have lots of choices right now. They might not be the best choices, but there's definitely lots of choices. So much so that a lot of people have a hard time making decisions in some cases. Now, when it comes to sellers, because there's a lot of choices out there, sellers are competing against other sellers, and there's a lot of competition when it comes to being a seller, as you guys probably know. A lot of sellers are kind of feeling like this right now. A lot of them were hoping for a mulligan. A lot of people had their properties listed last year, pulled their property off in the fall-winter season, relisted it, were hoping for a mulligan, and are experiencing the exact same thing this year. So if you look at the history of a lot of properties that are even fresh on market, you're going to look at historically, they've probably been listed numerous times beforehand, seeing expiration or termination of their listing. Again, I think what's going to start happening, this is a bit of our forecast, is that a lot of sellers thought that they're going to be saved by the new government and that they're going to start to see an economy change almost instantly. Have we noticed a huge change in our economy instantly from the USP or UCP? We have, right? It's going to take some time, obviously, for them to implement the changes, but a lot of them are kind of waiting for Superman to save them, okay? So a lot of them are noticing now the frustration. So what we think we're going to start to see, and what we're actually recommending as well, is with sellers, based off the frustration, they don't want to have to wait another winter to go to sell their property. In some cases, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, and they don't know. There's uncertainty of what the market's going to look like in 2020. So what we think we're going to start to see is some more price reductions, because a lot of them are hoping to find the map to gold once UCP got in. That's not the case. So every single time we do the market update, we want to give you guys basic tips. Tips when it comes to being a buyer and tips when it comes to being a seller. Now, just on the spot, I think I want to switch it up a little bit. Who's bought a property so far this year? We always like to celebrate purchases, sales, success, and just any interaction in properties. So who's bought a property this year? I'm not going to pick on James because he buys too many. Brenda, I'm going to pick on you because you're a veteran investor. What is a good buyer tip for right now? What's one, if someone in this crowd has not purchased a property this year and are looking to, what's like one basic tip do you think? I know I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah.
Well, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for flip and
Did you guys hear that?
Ugly houses.
Ugly houses, the dumpier the better. Because Brenda knows is that if she can find an uglier house and she can add a lot more benefit or positivity or growth to it, or sweat equity to it, she knows that it's going to be worth a lot more in the end. If it's just basic lipstick finishes, she's probably not going to be seeing a huge upside in profit in her pocket. But if she knows she finds the ugliest damn house in the entire neighborhood, there's probably some good profit to be made. Awesome. Any other buyer tips out there? Let's take one or two more from you guys. I feel like I talk too much during these. Yes, Laura Bell. Yeah. Definitely. So even though it's a good community, make sure that the situation of the property in the neighborhood is also positive. So not being on main roads. Again, you can look at purchasing on main roads, but you might have more difficult time to sell in this market. Okay. Other buyer tips. We're seeing a lot of buyer activity right now. So if you guys see a good property, jump on it. I mean like same day viewing. Any of my clients I'm working with, if they see a property that's great, I know that I have to be ready to go view it that day because it will likely be tied up the next day. So I'm literally having that urgency within 24 hours because we are seeing that increase in buyer activity. We were bottlenecked over the winter time. We started to see, that's our tip to keep going.
Your tip to get back in frame for Facebook Live.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
There we go. I'm not used to this.
Say hi to Donna.
Hi, Donna. But yeah, the biggest thing is just creating that urgency. Make sure you're out right away because there is such an influx of buyers that have been bottlenecked over the winter time. They're usually the ones that stay hibernated. Now we're seeing a huge influx, so you got to get on it fast or else the good property will be gone. Seller tips to sellers. You still have a bit of runway. You have a bit of runway until the fall and winter time. If you wait until fall and winter to try and sell, what are we going to see? That's where listings go to die. In the sense, knowing that there's nothing going to be but lowball offers, and you're probably going to be seeing a larger days on market. And I'm just talking general. So you still have a bit of runway. We have June, July, August, September, and a little bit of October while the weather's still nice. So your probability of selling is much greater in those months. Okay, so if you can get it done now, do it. If your property is an investment property and it's vacant, maybe occupy it. Put tenants in there. Make it an income property. So if an investor from Ontario or Vancouver wants to buy it, it's already set up as that income generating property. Okay, little tips like that. If you guys are buyers or sellers and have extra tips, can everyone from the Mogul team put up their hands? So you guys can look around. James is on the team too. If you guys have any questions, if you're a buyer or seller, we can look into your situation and be able to strategize based off of what you need. Okay. Other than that, that is my basic market update. And